Hello everyone. In this video of today, we are going to learn a new topic called as saving function. Now, before we understand this topic, let me remind all of you that in the earlier video and in the earlier class, we have already discussed about how does consumption behave with respect to income. Now, in this video, we are going to understand how will savings behave with respect to income. Let me repeat, how will savings behave with respect to income? This relationship between savings and income is called as saving function. Now, let's recall the table which we had discussed in consumption function. If you see in this video, this was the table that we had studied where the income was 0, 50, 100, 150, while at the same time the corresponding consumption at every income value was 20, 60, 100 and 140. Now, all of you know the relationship between income, consumption and saving, that is Y is equal to C plus S. Based on this formula, we can find out S as Y minus C and see that the first saving value is 0 minus 20, that is minus 20. Next one is 50 minus 60, that is minus 10. 100 minus 100, that is 0. And 150 minus 140, that is plus 10. Now, there are two things that you can understand over here. The first thing says that the value of saving will always start from a negative value. This is because the value of income is 0 and consumption having a positive value, savings will always be starts with negative. And second thing, we can see that as income increases, savings also increase. You can see in the table that income increases by 50 units in every case, while on the other hand, saving increases by 10 units in every way. Third one, another relation between saving and income you all should understand is that saving will always be lower than income. That is, saving can never exceed income. This is because saving is part of income. Now, so three things we can understand from the table that has been uploaded, that is being shown to you over here. Number one being that the value of S will always starts from a negative value. Second, there is a positive relation between saving and income, that is S will increase whenever Y will increase. And third, that S will always be lower than Y because that is income, because savings is part of income. Now, if you look at the diagram based on the table that has been uploaded, that is being shown to you, you can see first of all that X axis is a income axis while Y axis is saving. And you can see over here this Y axis has also been marked downwards. This downwards is because saving starts from a negative value. Now, two things are to be noted here. The first thing, you see, the value of saving starts from minus 20. The value of saving starts from minus 20 and it goes upwards in a straight line. The logic of S line going upwards is the value of S is increasing, while at the same time the S line is a straight line because the rate of increase in S is constant, that is plus 10. So the rate of increase in S, that is change in S, is 10 while change in income is 50. Now minus 20 it crosses the X axis and then goes upwards. The point at which it crosses the X axis is at the point where S is equal to 0. And in the diagram and in the table, if you see, S is 0 only when income is equal to 100. That is why the value of income over here is marked as 100. Now this value which goes upwards will surely be a positive value because it lies in this portion. Now you see this blue dotted line when marked over here shows the saving value as 10. You can see over there that when the value of savings is 10, the corresponding X value is 150, and that is why 150 has been written over here, which is also true by the fact that 150 lies to the right of 100. Now again, let me remind you that this is the diagrammatic presentation of the S curve or S line. This S line, again let me remind, is a straight line because the rate of increase in S against income is constant, that is 10. But if you see the term MPS, marginal propensity to save, whose formula is change in S divided by change in income, that is equal to 10 by 50, that is equal to 1 by 5, that is equal to 0.2. So MPS in every case is constant, and since MPS is constant, the value of S line is a straight line. I hope with this you understand what saving function is, the table and its diagram. Thank you everyone.